Hey, hello everyone. How are you all? I hope you are doing absolutely well. Today in this video, I'm going to discuss the previous year question paper of 4th semester Major English of Bardwan University. This is the novel essays and short stories paper, and this question paper was given by Susmita, one of my YouTube followers. So thank you, Susmita, for sharing this question paper with me. So you can see the question of 2 marks. You can read by your own. Name all the children of Henry Dashwood. Why does Mrs. Ferrars disinherit her elder son Edward? Mention the significance of the name of any one teacher in hard times. How did Stephen Blackpool die? By which three friends was Stephen Dedalus beaten up and why? And what, according to Aquinas, are the three components of beauty? How does the narrator describe Mrs. Thurlow's husband? She had one relaxation, about whom in the said, and what relaxation is referred to here? Old Woodfield paused, but the boss made no reply. Why did the boss make no reply? He's a plucky little devil, thought the boss. About whom did the boss think so, and why? By which word did Asrat address the white man, and what is the meaning of that word? She wants no more. Who makes this comment and why? How does the Chesterton describe the exquisite ornament of Arabia and India in his essay The Architect of Spears? Name any four contemporary writers referred to by Huxley at the end of the essay of his essay Tragedy and the Whole Truth. Which three writers are materialists and why in Virginia Woolf's essay Modern Fiction? Then 5 marks question, attempt a brief comparison between Eleanor Dashwood and Marianne Dashwood. Briefly comment on the structure of Hard Times. How did Stephen Dedalus try to mortify his five senses? Briefly comment on the significance of the fly episode in Catherine Mansfield The Fly. Okay, now the next question. Explain with the reference. There is given one quotation, so you can read by your own. I will. These questions are already shared in my Telegram channel. I will again going to share it, so you can have it if you join my Telegram channel. Okay. Then, how do the aspects of sense and sensibility govern the plot of Austen's Sense and Sensibility? Examine Hard Times as a critique of utilitarianism. Critically examine the narrative technique in Joseph Conrad's The Lagoon. How does Huxley differentiate between whole truth and tragedy in his essay Tragedy and Whole Truth? Okay, so these are the Nobel paper. Now the drama paper. So in drama paper, you can see who was Edward II's favorite courtier and why was he controversial. Mention one way in which Gaveston influence affect the stability of Edward II's reign. Who is Isabella and what role does the character play in Edward II? Who is Hecate in Macbeth? Security is mortal chiefest enemy. Who said this and why? And under him. Genius is rebuked. Identify the speaker and the context of the speech. Who called whom a death butcher and he is fined like queen and when? What disguise did Portia adopt to rescue Antonio in the courtroom scene? Why? What legal bond does Shylock refer to in The Merchant of Venice? In The Merchant of Venice, what does the choice of the right casket reveal about Bassanio? Who is Mr. Feinball in The Way of the World? What is Mirabelle's primary motive in pursuing marriage with Millamant? Mention any of the characteristic of the comedy of manners embodied in Lady Whisper. Mention any two social practices reflected in the way of the world. Identify one thematic similarity between Edward II and Macbeth. Okay. Look at the question. Identify one thematic similarity between Edward II and Macbeth. So this is a tricky question. Okay, but easy also. Okay, now, examine the political dimension of Marlowe's Edward II. Discuss the role of prophecy and fate in Macbeth. Comment on the treatment of justice and mercy in Merchant of Venice. Write a short note on the Proviso scene in The Way of the World. Very important scene. Then, how does Portia rescue Antonio in the trial scene? Comment on the scene of the drunken porter in Macbeth. Okay, now I will definitely make PDF with these pictures, okay, and I will upload it in YouTube or in the description box. You can download it. Discuss some of the features of Shakespearean comedy that you find in Merchant of Venice. Examine the way of the world as a restoration comedy of manners. Can Marlowe's Edward II be called a tragedy? Justify your answer. Would you call Macbeth a villain or a hero? Give reason in favor of your answer. Okay. Now the second question. He is called by the name, who is called by the name, and why. What places are referred to as distant deeps and skies in The Tiger by Blake? What is the full title of the poem commonly known as Tinton Abbey? What is the foreboding in the epigraph of Rejection and Ode? Who are referred to as heavy winged thieves, and why do they faint? Why does Byron compare garlands and crowns with? Briefly describe the reaper in The Lady of Shalott. Why does the poet refer to the laboratory as the devil's smithy? Comment on the event alluded to in the phrase ignorant armies clash by night. All things counter, original, spare, strange. Why are the things called spare and strange? Why does the soul of an aged man clap and sing? Who is Lazarus, and what did he come back from? Droll rat, they would suit you if they knew. Your cosmopolitan sympathize. Comment on the satire here. What features of the character are expressed through cautious and meticulous? Set upon a golden bow, what does the poet wish to sing? Describe the place the poet is transported to after he wishes. I will fly to thee. How does the poet perceive glory in all for love? Describe Sir Lancelot as he rode on his horse. Comment on the type of death that the poet commissions in the laboratory. Why does the poet look forward to sailing to Byzantium? Discuss the Hamlet like trait in J. Alfred Prufrock. Okay. Now, make a comparative analysis of Blake's Lamb and Tiger as a poems of innocence and experience. Discuss the restorative power of nature in Tinton Abbey. Discuss the Victorian crisis of faith as depicted in Dover Beach. Discuss the dark humor in Break of Day in the Trenches. Okay. Now, um, Shake paper question also given by her. Okay. Second question, I will make another video. Okay, so I will upload this PDF with in my description box, so you can download it. And thank you for giving your time. And if you have any queries, you are always free to ask. Yeah, okay.